So most of my friends who are not from Africa have been telling me that they think that Africa would be extremely hot. Some of the facts might be that there is the equator which passes through some of the countries in Africa, especially where I am from, in Congo. But is it really hot? So I live in Goma and the temperature is usually around 18 to 28 degrees, usually in between that much. And presently I'm showing to you the village of Kitumbiro. This is a few kilometers away from the place where the equator is passing in Congo, and to your surprise, in this place at midday it's 12 degrees Celsius. So I was traveling when I reached this village of Kitumbiro, and I had here some of my best time. I stayed in a house which was 100 years old and more, and I just figured out a lot of things about this village which was kind of fascinating. But the strange thing about this village is that it's just next to another village which is where the equator is passing. Comparatively to the city where I am right now in Vadodara, where the temperature exactly right now it's 41 degrees, there is no way I can even compare this place which is way far away from the equator comparatively to another village which is right next to the equator. But then what might be the thing which makes that this village is still cold even though it's right next to the equator? The simple reason is that the sun is not the thing which makes a place to be hot or cold. The sun has a part on which it can affect, but I think from what I noticed, things which are on the ground are the things which matters the most when it comes to the weather or climate of a place. It might be rivers, it might be plantations, it might be forests, and all those things. Those are actually the things which makes a place to be cool, to be different comparatively to another one. But it doesn't change the fact that a place which is close to the equator or at the equator, the rays of the sun are way much more stronger comparatively to a different place. And the shadow of someone who is standing might be like kind of straight comparatively to a shadow of someone who is in a place which is far away from the equator. Which brings to understand that Africa, of course, does have some places, especially if I can take places which are closer to the desert or in the desert, sometimes when it can go up to 45 degrees. I was reading, I've never been there, but I was reading that in the desert of Sahara, some cities which are close to there, it can even reach, in Mali for example, it can even reach up to 45 degrees. But for other places, for example, me, I am from Goma and it's actually closer to the equator comparatively to the country of Mali. I have never seen a time when it was 30 in Goma. Never, actually. So that brings to understand that Africa is not hot just by the fact that it's sound or maybe it looks hot. It's also have some places which have a very cool vegetation, a very cool climate. You can't compete with the cold of this place. I used to tell myself that I can manage any place, but here it's really cold. Thanks so much for being here. Catch you next time.